see in-game in just a second. Go ahead and grab. There we go. So any second now we should see the game finish loading up and begin our design phase. Having some coffee. Just afternoon here, Alaska. Wonderful city, Alaska. Beautiful day out on the weekend. Weather might not persist over the next few days, but it's going to be interesting to see. One of the reasons I'm kept so busy at my job is that I do a combination of groundskeeping and maintenance work here. And so things get a little interesting. I'm going to go ahead and close the window so we get slightly less background noise. Yeah, it's... Ooh, hey, we're loaded in. Yay! Okay, so the idea here is that this is empty space. Ooh. Okay, that's 0, 0. Okay, so in order to limit this to 10K, I need to exit, save as, checking. Sorry, I'm doing some positional manipulation. You see, last time I tried to create a 10-kilometer map, it spawned me a good 100K outside the map bounds. It's just like, what the heck? Why is it starting me out here? So, by doing this, I can limit the map to 10K and then move forward with that. Load world, checking edit settings, advanced. It is already 10K. That's weird. Well, oh well. Into the trekking yard. Sorry, we'll have to go through that loading screen again. But that's Space Engineers. Getting in and out of games can be a bit of a pain in the butt, but that's loading times for you. Those aren't going away and soon. Yeah, my goal has been, when I'm designing custom vessels, been to try and design ships that are compatible with Twitchin ships. Like, for instance, I've recently discovered a size chart for Starfleet vessels that my NX class vessels in our combat map with the Borg there, those things are way too huge. Way too huge. The same saucer size as the Miranda class? I don't think so. So I'm gonna have to go through and remove those ships, because they are way too huge. Okay, here we are. Now the first one we're working with today, the Defiant shell size. Now, on a scale to scale, this is supposed to be the Defiant. This little blocky blob. That's the size we're working with. 1 block thick on most of the ship. This thing is tiny. Now, considering I already know that this is not gonna fit. Not gonna work. Not. Can't use the cockpit. Means you need to use the open cockpit. See that what that leaves us with? One little hole space on the bottom of the chair. But it'll have to do. There we go, right side up. Whoops, that's not right side up. There we go. That's right side up. Oh my, that's a bit too tall to do that. Okay, so that's gonna have to work. That's gonna have to be it. The bridge. Okay, so if you think about it, it does leave us a lot of room to actually make a functional ship. Just not a whole heck of a lot. Okay, so let's start with Wyvern. Defiant is fairly famous for having fairly limited fire range towards the forward. I think we're going to go ahead and give it turrets, since that will probably be best. Now, let's see here. Let's go ahead and drop a mirror line down so I can get the modification symmetrical. At least they'll do that. Okay, so that I know is going to need to be weapons, right? I don't know. I'm going to have to look at some reference for the Defiant. Give me just a second, people. Defiant. Cutout. Let's see. Star Trek Defiant cutout. Okay. Let's find some images here. See if we can find where exactly on the Defiant. Here, let's bring this over here. Just for a minute here. Hey. Go. So, where on the Defiant? There's the Constitution class layout. Should probably save that for later. Where exactly on the Defiant are the weapons supposed to be? Not try cutout. Let's Defiant layout. That looks like an informative. Maybe that one. Hey, here we go. This looks useful. Okay, here we go. 1. Command bridge is dead center, so not in the front area. What is supposed to be in the front area here? Let's see. 31, 19, and 28. 31 is nav deflectors. 19 is torpedo magazine. 28 is torpedo launchers. That's torpedoes in the front there. Command bridge is actually supposed to be back here. Yeah, above the shuttle bay. Look at it, 25. Shuttle bay, 3, yeah. Okay, so that's interesting. That's good news. Off to the side there. Okay, so primary phaser banks are where pulse phase cannon is number 8 on that chart, and they are in the front half, the upper section. Okay, 17 is targeting. Pulse engines. No. Warp coils. Phaser charging coils. 32 is. I don't see it on the chart. That's kind of confusing. Hold on. 32. Phaser charging coils. Where are those? Probably an idiot. In fact, I'm most likely not seeing 32. 30. Okay, so we do want a torpedoes front of the ship there. Man break 1. Plasma. Captain's ready room. Phaser can't. Phase pulse cannons is 8. So we want those there. Okay. That works for me. Right on the outer edge. Okay. Actually, add. Assess this. Okay, so phaser cannons in. We're gonna have to relocate that seat. So let's grab the azimuth passenger seat, cockpit. That. Okay. Towards the center of the ship. Yeah, not a whole lot of room back here. Okay. Put some temporary blocks in. Disable mirror. Place that. See if it'll stay attached when I start removing the supports. Looks like it has stayed attached. So yeah, this thing is not going to be super pretty. I can cover the bottom of that up with armor plates later. Okay, so there's that. In the rear of the ship, we're going to... Okay, so that's minimum 6 degrees. Okay, actually, I have symmetry back on for this. So if we... There's some extra forward backward momentum on there. Okay. Let's throw some power in. Let's see... Azimuth? Yeah, azimuth. Want an antenna, I know that. Azimuth there. Past them. I shot right by them. I know they're in somewhere. Oh, did I not include the shield mod in selection to add to this particular map? Not have. Whoops. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Blocks. Yeah, I'm on all blocks and I'm not seeing the shield mod blocks, so I must have missed them. Adding them on. Whoops. I'll have to change that. Got just about everything but shield blocks. Dang it. So yeah. Save as trekking yard. I keep forgetting that they included a save function for exiting the map now. Okay. Load world. Edit settings. Mods. Energy shields. Small ship mega. How did I not have that on before? See effects. I want to use it. I have to set its allowable limits every time. See, Space Engineers is a game that has problems running with larger vessels or just running with a lot of things doing stuff all at once. And so C it's great. It's a wonderful mod, but it adds so many particle effects that like So, plus occasionally, I think there's video of it nearly blanking out the screen with sprites that weren't sizing correctly. I think that's just an update issue of they made some changes to the particle system that I don't think he's been able to account for properly. Yeah, because it was scaling small particle effects so they were taking up the entirety of my view. It's just like, oh, I want to use it, but it's so processor intensive that we won't use it for now. Okay, so yeah, Shield mod has been re-added. Yes, realistic skybox. I like the realistic skybox because it adds slightly more of an authentic feel to the look behind it. Like, I know the default skybox is really cool. It's got all of these nebulas and stuff in it, which, you know, Star Trek was pretty famous for a lot of the awesome visuals that they put in behind the ships. Their backgrounds were, they used a lot of, you know, latest imagery from the Hubble telescope and things like that, and stellar imagery that was just amazing, just never before seen on television. And that's something that I really like, but yeah, that would be something that would be interesting. That would be something that could gradually change the background depending on location or nearness to other stellar features. I know they can do that with planets, but it'd be great if you could have an exploration mod where you fly around and find stellar nebulae like that, where you I found a nebula and you fly into it. I'm sure that would be hell on the rendering. Then again, I don't think they've really accounted for stellar nebula in this game so far. But yeah, hey, a man can dream, can't he? Okay, so since it's only adding mods and not removing, yes, there we go. Okay. Oh God. Okay, gonna have to use the small ones. Where are large? Where are you? See that one? The one. There it is. I want to use some of the modifiers because it's important. This block is for large ship stations only. Oh no! This will have to do. Okay, so where are the shield generators on the Defiance supposed to be? That's something we didn't look at. Okay, so where are the shields in a Defiant class vessel targeting transporters? Engineering. 10. So power is to the rear of the command area, along with primary engine. I should take that into account then. And 9 is impulse engines. Okay, so I'm going to have to sink a warp jump drive into the center of this brick here. Can I do that? How big is the drive? Huge. Absolutely huge. I might have to grab, in order for this to be a functional warp-capable vessel, I might need to grab some of the jump drive mods to make variants of the jump drive so that I can fit it in a small ship better. As is, it's just too big. Be a non-warp capable vessel. There's the antenna. Let's grab a vanilla rocket launcher. How? Torpedo launchers. There. He goes gone. There it is. Oh my. They are rather long, aren't they? I think I'm going to have to leave it at 1. Yeah, because that's a lot of internal space that's taking up. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to have to replace the jump drive section with power. Four of the azimuth fusion reactors. I think that'll be fine. For now, anyway. Okay, so with that in place, go ahead and stick some of these in. 2 shield generators to the cockpit there. Let's throw gyro 2 in. There's some gyros, some maneuverability. Let's throw a couple more of those in there somewhere. They are necessary, keeping the ship agile. Turn the mirroring back. Throw some more power in there. Go. I tend to forget, but I like to try and make these at least survival accessible. And at least get at the ports that have something to get to put in. Okay, so next is... Yeah, because you can front load this, right? No. No, you cannot. So if I'm going to put that in there, I'm going to need to put a small cargo box. Okay. Okay. Not that. I was wrong. I don't need that. I need a small conveyor. So then I can put on that. Yeah, because I at least try to make these survival-ready designs. They may not be practical for a vanilla. There's no way you're gonna make this a vanilla design. I mean, I suppose there is a way, but it would be extremely impractical. Okay, there's that. That is okay. Back on. Okay, so next we have escape pods. Oh, we're not going to be putting any of those in. Not enough room. Okay, so impulse engine supposed to be back there. So that works. That's kind of in place. What is 15? 15 is what? 15. Warp coils. Ah, okay. Actually, that's an odd thing concerning. There is an issue of Trek Yards that deals with this particular subject. Warp coils, according to Gene Roddenberry and a number of the staff that he interacted with, believed that the warp coils should have nothing between them and that there should be some kind of interacting energy field between the coils. And so the Defiant is one of a few designs that don't comply with that necessarily that design desire. But most of the rest of the ships in universe comply with that. The warp coils are supposed to be separate from the ship's body, have a clear line of sight between the two, and be paired. So that's an interesting thing. And that's where you get his designs of like the Stargazer, where they had two sets of nacelles and they were both paired to each other, so that you had a spare warp drive. So the theory there was that if you took damage to either of those nacelles, your warp drive was broken. You weren't going nowhere. What is 11? 11 is supposed to be dual computer core. 10 is the engineering deck. 9 is pulsing. Okay. So we have our omnidirectional phasers, and they have to fire forward. I could recess them by one more block, which would limit them to very, very forward facing. I think I could do that. See how well that works. By having them that far recessed, we might be doing more damage to our own ship than to the enemy. So that should, hopefully, limit their firing arc to very, very forward, because that was the Defiant did a lot of firing out the fore, doing strafing runs and things. So if that's how that's going to work, hopefully that will work pretty well. We'll see how it actually works in combat. If it starts damaging my own ship, I might move it forward so that it'll have much more clear line of sight. Okay. We have power, we have secondary power. We have all 6 directions, and forward and backward in quantity. Should probably put on like so. So that is all of those thrusters are neatly contained within armor. Okay, so if that's how that's all going to turn out, what are we forgetting? We have thrusters in direction. We have a lot of forward and reverse thrusters, so we can fly and come to a stop quickly. Have 2 phaser banks. We have a torpedo bay. Have somewhere for the pilot to sit. I know what we need. Okay, need detail work, boutons, and remote control. So we could, in theory, set it to autopilot. And the lighting, detail work to follow. I know. Let's do this. This will... Not a beacon, not a laser. Spotlight. There we go. Okay. So now we need to go grab armor. I understand I'm deviating from the structure slightly here, but that's just to more neatly contain these engine sections, the lights for the engine sections. Okay, those are in. Thing of beauty. There. Okay. Mirroring off. Stick. There we go. Remote control is there. Or... Actually, you know what? No. The computer core is supposed to be back here. Engineering. So let's go ahead and I don't want to remove that since that's kind of primary support for these things. Let's pop off that block there. That'll do. There we go. That's probably not as pretty as it could look, but it's enough to put it in place. Give it something to hold on to. Probably could have used the steel catwalks or something like that to better effect, but this gives it a better texturing, I think. It'll look better. Okay. Well, no, let's go ahead and do the catwalks. That will actually look. I don't know. Let's try turning it slightly like this. That looks good. That looks a lot better, actually. Yay, there we go. Yes, that looks. That, and hold everything together. There we go. Yeah, good. Okay, and the top, I'm gonna have to do the steel catwalks. Not supposed to be ridges up here. Oh, it doesn't scroll. Okay. Lots of armor slopes. Oh, that's the inverted. That one. Okay, there we go. Yeah, if this is loaded in vanilla, all of that will just be exposed, but we can deal with that. Let's grab. Whoop! I'll be right back, folks. Phone is a ringing. Heyo! I have returned. Back. So, back to designs. Go with go. Alright. Got a little bit more room left. Let's go ahead and throw something else. What should we put on this block? Artificial mass? Gravity? Not really the smartest type. First, let's go ahead and put something. Put something there. Quite know what to put there. That. Oh. Huh. Okay, let's. I guess we could just put another gyro in. Or more power. Another gyro is a thing. That work? Let's grab the catwalk block. Go. There we go. Pretty cool to me. Take ownership. Go. Now, is the Defiant a class or the name of the ship? I never remember. Defiant Type 01. We'll call that for now. Whoop. Phone again. I'll be right back. Heyo, back again. Okay, so yeah, we just named it. Oh, 700 of 700. It doesn't have a whole lot of shields. Maybe we should change that. Shield blocks. Lasers! Up, down, forward, backward, left, right. Yep. So she doesn't have a lot of redundancy. She would go. Neutral, off. Off. Station, on. I think that's what I was doing wrong with some of the other ships before. Is they weren't geared to shoot at stations. Shooting Federation outpost we were supposed to. They're broken and stations, and they won't shoot at the cube. Cube is also a station. Immobile. It's not moving. Leaving remote control named remote control because searching for it, you don't need to be worrying about what it might be named. Be named to fit with the Trek universe for the remote control block, and bam, it is. Okay. Okay. And let's bring in Fulcrum. I have the appropriate color. Ah! No. Okay. Yeah, shift is huge area. Control is small area. think that'll actually be fine. The edge. What? Udon! What? Not that Udon. Okay. Works for me. And autopilot precision. Catwalk. There. 2,000. It's not a lot, but it's better than the minimal amount it had before. Okay, so the thing is the blue. First two. Yes, I assume. Matches now. Turn that red light. Ah, there we go. Works for me. that technically not attached to anything? Yeah, I think that seat was technically not attached to have any of the ship's, or what it was passenger seat. Azimuth open cockpit. Hey, there we go. Okay. And there we go. Okay. Fade off. Off. I don't think I need anything else. Pretty much it. Pro copy. This. Straight from clipboard. Fine. Fun. Empty shell. Yay! Acceleration needs to work. She's supposed to be like the gyros are good. She's definitely agile. Some work on the acceleration. Okay. That's what I have. Knew that they were pop free the second. Hey, there we go. Okay. Scream along like a bat out of hell now. have to read. Trying to cram some reverse thrusters in there wherever I can. Hopefully slow down just as fast as it up. Front forward stuff intact. Okay, now to rework the controls again. Neutral off target. Okay. Now we go ahead. Okay. 10. Fine typo. Tab. Clip. Why? Why did I explode? Why is I explode? Why is I exploding? That doesn't make any sense. That makes 0 sense. Unless that's the front. And there we go. I said the blueprint with the rocket launcher owned by nobody. That's all it matters. Seems relatively durable. Acceleration does leave you tired, but hey, not everything can be perfect. Okay, go ahead. Give me a minute, folks. I'll be right back. Hello, Internet! I'm back. Family and things. Hey, okay, so. Yes, back in Trekking Yard, we have the NCT 1711 Fulcrum been modified. I'm going to paint this puppy red. Actually, you know what would probably be a better idea? Not that. Yes, I'm sure I want. Let's go ahead and grab some. Go with a Romulan. Okay. Throw out a couple of GPS points too. Do you have a remote control block? You do not. I'm going to have to put one on you. Okay. Pin control matter. Patrol waypoints. All of the above. Add. In a sporadic order. Collision avoid. Precision mode. Autopilot on. Tab. Everything. To Space Pirates. Oh, look, my Defiant's already firing back at it. Oh, it did not last long, though. Ooh, yeah, pulped very, very quickly. Oh, wow, they have quite the range. Okay, so that's some battle damage. Against phasers, yeah, she did not fare quite so well at all. Romulan Warbird kinda tore her up. It's still intact by a good amount. Not a great amount, but intact. Yeah, can't outrun light. Ah! Okay, that was bad. Aha! Okay, so, flying in with guns blazing, and photon torpedoes firing, and phasers blaring, she took some hull damage. One of the secondary power systems is offline, but it looks like most of the primary systems are just fine. A-okay to me. And yes, it did look like having the phasers recessed like that was just fine. It's just A-okay. Try again. My poor ship's still getting peppered with phaser fire. Oh well. Goodbye, shell of the Defiant. Yeah, against other phaser-equipped vessels, she doesn't stand up to combat for very long. Which tells me more shields! So that's a redesign. So, to menu, save, no, world, trekking yard. Okay, so if I'm gonna have to redesign the ship just a little bit so that it has more shield, I'm gonna need to pull off that top arm there again. And I'm just going to have to cram the internals of the ship with small bits. I mean, it's just going to have to be packed with equipment. There's not going to be much room for armor in it. I guess it makes sense, though. Head-to-head conflict with two Romulan warbirds. Just the Defiant. No stealth? Yeah. Methinks that that's probably how things should have gone down. Probably. But if I want it to be a little bit more effective, I'm just going to have to cram those shield blocks in there. Because those shields, I mean, they start out red. They don't last more than a couple of seconds. I have got to find a way to get some shields in. I think I know a couple of places I can squeeze some in. Uh-oh, did it autosave? It did autosave. I forgot that completely. Well, creative tools. Okay, that should have removed everything. Biggest grids. Not quite. Okay. There are absolutely 0 grids in this world. Just me again. 10. Client type 01. Go. Just under 1,000 shields? Bad? Constitutions for 1,000 shields. Okay. That does mean any damage is going to significantly hamper its shield's capacity, but better than nada. For taking hull damage is usually a bad thing. Okay. So, F10, Defiant type 01. Delete. Yes. Control C. Paste. And create from clipboard.
Client type 01. Okay, now let's go give me some enemies to shoot at. How well she does in combat against various ships. Let's